Justice and economic prosperity in Mecca before Islam. We've presented evidence of the true meaning of the Arabic word din, which is kingdom. We can now read Islamic history in a completely new way, which will help us understand the political dimension of the Prophet Muhammad's call. We will also present additional evidence that supports the meaning of din. Let us begin by learning about Mecca prior to the arrival of Islam. What was Mecca like before the Prophet Muhammad's mission? Was it a time of ignorance? Was it a city without justice, equality, or religious freedom? Did Mecca condemn any new religion and persecute or even torture its followers? Was Mecca a poor city cut off from the world's civilizations and religions at the time? The historical record demonstrates the exact opposite. As we will see by reviewing some events, Mecca was an economically active city that upheld the principles of justice and religious freedom. Justice in Mecca prior to Islam, Hilf al-Feudal. A merchant from Yemen arrived in Mecca, demanding payment for goods sold to Alaz bin Wa'il. Alaz was a prominent, powerful, and wealthy merchant from Mecca's ruling tribe, the Quraysh. Alaz refused to pay the agreed-upon price to the Yemeni merchant for the goods he had received. When the Yemeni merchant appealed to the Quraysh, a meeting of Quraysh leaders resulted in the codification of a charter, or what we would now call an appendix to Mecca's existing laws. Justice for all is the title of the charter. According to the charter, the parties who sign it will stand one hand with the oppressed against the oppressor until his rights are restored to him. The Quraysh leaders went to Alaz and took the goods from him before returning them to the Yemeni merchant. The charter was placed inside the Kaaba, Mecca's holiest site. When the Prophet Muhammad was 20 years old, he witnessed the Hilf al-Feudal. This incident exemplifies the Quraysh's desire to provide justice not only to Mecca's citizens, but also to foreigners and the weak. Mecca's economic prosperity prior to Islam. Mecca was in the midst of an economic golden age at the time. Trade across the desert flourished as a result of treaties concluded by the Quraysh with tribes and kingdoms to the north and south, as well as confrontations between the two largest empires of the time, Byzantine and Sasanian, which halted trade across the Red Sea. Mecca benefited the most because of its central location between Yemen to the south and Syria and Persia to the north. The Meccans' trade returns were 10 times their initial investment. The Quraysh became a prosperous nation. Mecca's fabrics and fashions were known for their opulence. Large pots of food were common among pilgrims and the poor. The wealthy of Mecca purchased orchards in Taif in order to spend the summer there. Slaves and servants were also brought into Mecca to work in commercial activities spurred on by economic growth.